Hi, I'm Jess Roy and I'm your personal chef. Today we are going to make something that's really great for the season, pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Now this kind of came inspired from a friend of mine's recipe, but it was gluten-free, and the combination of my grandmother's chocolate chip cookie recipe. I melded them together and I said, you know, can't beat that. Plus, we're coming into the fall season and you see the harvest time everywhere and all you want to do is eat something really hearty and great for the season. Well, this is that recipe. So we're going to start off our cookies with creaming butter and sugar together. So I've got about 8 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, about 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and the key ingredient, pumpkin puree or pumpkin pie mix. Now you can use either one. The pumpkin pie mix already has a little seasoning in it and a little bit of sweetener, so if you want to cut that out, that's a-okay. You can season on your own, no problem. And also a good trick to know is that the pumpkin pie mix or the pumpkin puree can replace some of the butter. So this cookie recipe has just a little bit less butter than a traditional chocolate chip cookie. So we're just going to get this creamed together nicely. And once that comes together, we're going to go ahead and add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So. Then you go ahead and you keep that mixing. Next up, once the egg and the vanilla are all incorporated, we're going to add our dry ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 1/4 cups of flour. So this is just all-purpose flour. Just going to go ahead and even that off. Add my flour in. You can absolutely sift this ahead of time with the other dry ingredients, the salt and the baking soda, if you prefer. I'm just doing the quick and dirty method, throwing that flour right in. Then I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and then our fall spice ingredient medley. So I've got 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1 whole teaspoon of cinnamon. What would be really great in this recipe is if you got whole nutmeg and fresh grated it in. Same thing with the cinnamon and the cloves too. So keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and keep this mixing. We're going to start it off slow for a minute so that the flour doesn't rush out and go everywhere. And then as it gradually incorporates, going to go ahead and get it going a little higher. Okay, we're almost done. Last step. What I'm going to do next is add 1 package, about 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now, I've seen this done pumpkin mixed with white chocolate chips. If you like white chocolate chips, you can also use regular chocolate chips, not the semi-sweet kind. Whatever you like. You can use chocolate chunks. Whatever is your favorite, go ahead and feel free to add. You can also add oats or chopped nuts. No problem. All right, so we've got our batter made. Just going to scrape that down. And I'm going to add onto a non-stick cookie sheet that is not greased, an ungreased cookie sheet, my little dollops of the batter, about a couple inches apart. These guys, because of the pumpkin mixture, they don't spread out very much. So it's okay if you place these a little bit closer together than you would for a chocolate chip cookie. Okay, these are ready to go into the oven. We're going to do 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. And I've got some right here that are already done. You can see how they rise up a little bit and they're a little bit puffy, but once you bite into the inside, they are nice and doughy on the inside with a little bit of a brown crust. Excellent fall flavors. All right, I'm Jess Roy. I'm your personal chef, and I'll see you next Wednesday. For more recipes, or to access the Lowell Sun blog for your personal chef, go to lowellsun.com. See ya.